Hello, and welcome back to some game development. Oh. There we go. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Hope everyone's having a good one. So there is an elephant in the room to discuss, and I think we all kind of know what it is. Right. Probably one of the most influential, if not the most influential VTubers, of just VTubing in general, being Guagura, has announced her graduation as of yesterday. Now, I'm not gonna try and say that I'm, like, taking that news well. Keep in mind that Guru is probably one of the very, very main and essential pieces to me getting into VTubing, to the concept of VTubing, to VTubing myself. So, simply put, it's impossible for me to, like, take this and just be fine. I'm normally pretty good with this stuff. Like, Mume was pretty rough, but this one's a bit intense. I know I'm going to be asked about it throughout the stream, so I'm going to probably reiterate my thoughts constantly, but I thought I would just kind of try and collect them now, before I have to try and collect them in the moments, because, simply put, yeah, it is rough. And it'll hit everyone differently. For me, like I said, if it wasn't for Gura, then I wouldn't be as far into stuff. Yeah. So, I think I made a statement over on Twitter in response to the graduation post itself via the official network, and I'll pull that up, and I'm probably just going to read that verbatim if you haven't seen it, because it's probably one of the best encapsulations of my thoughts. So I cannot stress that so again, reading verbatim what I've written here, I cannot stress that I wouldn't be where I am or who I am today if it wasn't for this funny shark girl. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you the best with whatever your future may be. Yeah, I think that encapsulates my thoughts on the matter pretty cleanly. I think I'm going to need to really reiterate more than that. But yeah, like, everyone's going to be fairly emotional around this time. Different talents, different everything, because again, Guru was such a large influence in the West, especially for VTubers. So, yeah, the fact that, like, I know a few streamers that have just, like, straight up said, I need to take, like, a day or two off. If it wasn't for the fact that I had scheduled things the way I had and how my life's going at the moment, I probably actually would have taken today off because of how much, again, it's hit. I do genuinely wish her the best, but yeah, it's it's also that harshness of, like, I wish her the best, but it's also sad to see her go. We talked about this before with others, but, like, this one's definitely on another caliber. Yeah. But luckily enough, we're doing programming and chilling out today, so I'm a little less concerned with how, like, today can be a little bit more discussion focused and talking about stuff. I know also people are going to ask my thoughts, and I know people have already asked my thoughts about the statement that it was made. I think Callie, Maury Calliope, has been probably the best at explaining, I guess, the thoughts and feelings behind that situation, the exactness of things. So she gave a statement saying, let's see if I can remember her wording. I'm not going to get it verbatim. I apologize for that. Yeah, Callie took notes about the situation. Callie explained that when you hear the term disagreement with management and difference of company direction and stuff like that, you need to understand that that is such an umbrella term. And the fact that Gura has been with them for 5 years. If you've ever been at a company for a long period of time, you'll understand the concept of how 5 years is a long time and there could be accumulated problems. There could be problems from day one that still weigh on you. There could be problems all the way throughout. There could be, and these could be little, very, very little things or very big things. And they can just accumulate to being, you know what, I think this is too much. I don't want to put up with this anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that. What she plans to do in the future, I mean, there's already speculation, just based on how the responses of Gura's #1 fan have been. Yeah, I really don't know. I really, really don't know what really more I can say on it other than, like, just simply put, we don't know what was the decisions made or the choices made up till this moment that caused this thing. Yeah, Senzawa's been hinting at it for a while. Senzawa's also been posting other stuff. I recommend following Senzawa. Senzawa's an awesome person. I just dislike that now we're also getting people coming out of the woodwork that are like I'm just gonna hate on Gura now because theoretically can't be defended as easily. Which, I'm gonna be honest, no one should be talking ill of someone that has influenced a culture the way they have. When it comes to this game, we've talked before about how, like, this is a game showcasing the best of VTubing. The community, everything, right? We've got a bunch of characters to represent that. We've got a bunch of anime bullshit because very much VTubing is very anime focused. There's all sorts of stuff. Of all the characters that were ever going to go into this game, Iron Mouse and Gura are probably the best points of call to argue of these are some of the best things to ever have happened to VTubing at the minimum. And that's the point that we're trying to make here. Is VTubing is so much bigger than just VTubing. And what they have meant for the greater scheme, the grander whole of the world, is massive. So this is kind of the time to just remember back and think on all of the awesome and amazing things that all VTubers have done, because in some way, especially because of in the West, they were probably influenced, even if it was trickled down, by Guru somehow. And that's incredible. I talked before about how Ame heralded in a lot of things, pushed a lot of things, and she was probably one of the more influential VTubers out there when she graduated. And I'm not ever going to try and diminish a VTuber in any capacity, but it's also quite hard to, like, these are titans of the industry, right? And Gura is the titan of the titans. She was the first VTuber, I believe, to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. She rocketed. She did that in such a short amount of time as well. She was an incredible cultural phenomenon. And yeah, it's sad to see her go, but I wish her the best. That's why I refer back to that the statement I made of, like, I wouldn't be where I am today or who I am today if it wasn't for Gura. And that's just the minimum way of saying how much she means. Now, like I said, I know throughout the stream people will probably pop in and ask me my thoughts and feelings again and again. That happens all the time when something like this occurs, especially on this scale. It's going to be an entirely new set of, like, asking of that. Simply all I can say is during this time, be respectful. Hug people around you. Be nice. We're all having hard times. I think that's kind of what it comes down to. Alright, now that we've got that off the thing, let's go on to some of the other things we want to talk about today. So, one of the things I want to talk about is, I'm not sure it's very noticeable, but down at the bottom here, we've always had our PC upgrades thing. As you might notice, it is a lot fucking further along than it has been. So I update that whenever I get the money to buy parts. Now, it means that it doesn't get updated very often, but there's a reason why the baseline amount that's in there is the amount that I have put towards this, to indicate that I am actually putting everything I can towards trying to upgrade the PC. The reason it's further along is because since all of my core bill stuff is now sorted out, and everything, and I am back to a better kind of income point, I have bought one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive parts for the PC, which is going to be the new CPU. So that will mean now that I have the power supply and the CPU bought and a couple of other little peripheral pieces, which means that at this point in time, it's a significantly lot less for me to get to that point, making it a lot more of a realistic goal to have done in the next few months. That is going to be my aim, is I'm going to, again, be focusing down that to try and do it. Again, to probably reiterate exactly how much I spent, I basically spent about $1,000. About $1,000 on a PC part for the CPU. Which should potentially tell people I have definitely gone and upgraded a fair bit. I can even talk to the part at a later stage. It might even be turning up today. So if it does, I might like show the box for it. Because I also have another part that came with it that is coming with it that it will help with certain setups. Specifically to explain best, I have bought a HDMI switcher, which means that I should be able to swap between console and PC very, very easily on my monitor, instead of having to unplug and move around cables and shit like that. I should have a button to press, and it will swap between them now, which will be very good. So that's a nice simple thing to talk about. That's just a really good moment. Another thing, because I'm a lot more economically stable as a follow-on point, we're gonna not be doing game dev for the first bit of this. You wanna know what we are gonna be doing? Oh, would you look at that? We're now over here. I'm going to actually hide the VTuber on the stream there, because we're gonna be moving around this. I have finally done the thing that I've said I would. So now we need to do a bunch of work. Say hello to the paid-for version of the same model. As you can see, I still have a few things that I need to set up with it. Certain parts of it aren't going to do the thing. Do we ever do game dev during game dev streams? I mean, we do. But we do have toggles and shit now. No. I mean, it's a fair thing to say nowadays. So we need to kind of figure out facial things again. So this is where y'all get to like hop in and kind of say, hey, do you think this looks good or bad? And stuff like that. So let's zoom into the face a little bit more. So while I'm doing this, we can kind of get a better shot of the settings. So last time the problem was that the mouth stuff wasn't that great. Like we needed to do a bit of work for the mouth, which you can kind of see now, right? The problem is if I put in my settings from before, we come across an issue. Now, I also need to figure out how to toggle things on and off. I actually don't know. We'll figure that out as we go. But we're gonna have to... I think it's gonna be mainly mouth open is what I need to work with here. So, I'm gonna put a... As an example, this is what we had before. And this is the problem. Immediately you can see we've activated a toggle because of the change there. And now I can't undo the toggle. And you can see again, it's just, it's a thing. Now, I'm not sure this is because I'm typing things or what. Again, this is why I might need some help. So, yeah. I need to figure this shit out. Okay. So, yeah, it's interesting. Really want money for that PC upgrade? Pretty much. I mean, what? Cause yeah, like, right now, this isn't picking up at all. What if I do that? No, because it's the magnification on the value. So if we do that, it's fucking nothing. If we do this, it puts it in the middle. Yeah, see, this just feels like it breaks whenever I edit this. Can I just reset it? Okay, yeah, so if I reset it, it just... So it's clearly a toggle I'm pressing, I think. While I'm typing. So... yeah. I don't know. It's gonna require a bit of work, I think. How did Miku get a movie? How did she not get one sooner? Okay, yeah, so I think I've been pressing something that toggles. I don't know what, though. So let me look at my old settings. Quickly. And then see if I can plug those in. Okay. And then... do that. And then I had, and this is where it gets a bit weird. Okay. I mean, that's basically what my old settings were. Man, was I frowning that much before? Oh my god, how much I can frown. Oh god, I can poke tongue out now. Oh god, I actually can do that. This is literally... Okay, no, not that. No. How do I change, like, the, things that I have on a model? Oh, yeah, the Christmas one. That was a nightmare. Hey. How's it going? How you doing? It looked disappointed and depressed. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I was tweaking just there, right? Is, mouth smile. This is literally, like, how it does the smile check. I have mine, like, super low, because I have a beard, it probably mucks with the tracking a little bit. Because if I have this as, this is supposed to be 0, I'm just permanently smiling. Like, this is me straight-faced. Whereas if I do that, it kind of means that, like, when I'm actually smiling, I'm smiling, and when I'm a bit more straight-faced, I'm a bit more straight-faced. Maybe it's a bit too much, though. Let's try that. Nah, I think the -2 is better. Because it means that, like, if I actually do the very sad face becomes very sad face. You got a little bit more sad, exactly. I'm so gonna fucking use that tongue thing more often than I should. This is gonna be way more fun than it should be. -2 is better. Always be sad. Mouth funnel. Damn. Oh my god, wait. That's really hard to control. Loving the offline chat for Guru's old account. It's like having a class reunion. Yeah. Okay, so how do I... Okay, yeah, so, like, let's look at this one. What? Because clearly it has a hotkey. N7. Oh, so that would be... No? Because I'm assuming N7 is numpad 7. No. Okay, so it's numbered. Oh, I've turned off it checking. Ah! So if then I press 5, Oh. This is fun. Oh, that's so good. say something, chat? That's okay, that's pretty funny. Wait, so what's... Oh my. Wait, I'm pressing buttons at this point. Nothing for 9? Wait, let's close this. Ah. Where did I go? Right, row. Huh. Here I am. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So, how do you do outfit stuff? Does anyone know? Is that something I have to do, like, external? Let's see. Just lock this boy in place for a little bit now. So I don't think there's anything here I need to be looking at. Yeah, smile sensitivity. This is, I think, the one here. Open mouth sensitivity. I don't see what this is actually changing, I'll be honest. Ah, there we go. Okay. Display lighting, those are those configs. Yeah! So if I... Ah, there we go, we get rid of the mask. What's this one? Oh, this doesn't have a thing? Oh, I see. Okay, so I can have a gesture to trigger certain things. How do I, like, toggle something on quickly? What's this one do? Hey. Oh, that's a pretty fun one. What's this toggle? D? I wanna... Oh my god, I've become a child. I can morph. I can move the lollipop there. I don't want to go to jail. What do you mean?
Hey, you wanna come to this alleyway with me? Okay, big brother.
It's... Oh. What's Q done? Oh, it's lagging the whole... Oh, I get a... Oh, that's cool. Wait, so if I do that with this... Wait.
Hey, you got games on your phone?
I'm gonna have way too much fun with some of this. I can warn you now on that. What's this one? Oh, so that's the... Yeah, it's discoloration. I know y'all are wondering. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. I am Catboy. I can put glasses on? Oh, nice. That face, every time. Oh, I can toggle it to being a cute little heart. That's cool. How does it connect to the rest of the body? What, the tail? When you lie to nobody. I'm not gonna lie, that sparkles one's nice. Also, I like the glasses. Like, real talk, I'm probably leaving the glasses on. That actually looks really nice. And it fits me, because I have glasses too! I'm not avoiding the question. You are! Yeah, no, the glasses look really nice. You're planning on changing colors to fit the thing? I wouldn't know how. Like, genuine thing, I wouldn't know where to start. I can remove all things with tab. Got it. And then what's this one? This is just an empty trigger? Okay. Interesting. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I can do weird stuff with the outfit now. Yeah, I have hairstyles. I don't know if I've set that up all correctly, though. Yeah, I've not plugged that in. Give me a second, I'll plug it in. Okay. And then if I reload the model... No, okay, so I need this one, I think? Okay, is this... I think it's using different settings again. God damn it. So let's go back here and do our thing. Turn that off while we're doing the testing. Okay, yeah, no, it's full reset that. So mouth smile was -2. And then this one is a pain. So this is 0.5, 0.07, and 3.5. And that makes it work a lot better for me. On this model specifically. And then we can re-enable this. And we have a lot more toggles now. Okay, so space is to remove all. Okay, so the old ones have been unset now. It looks like. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's not got a thing, I guess. Oh, I could get a hoodie? Nah, that hat does not suit me. We have hairstyles, let's go. Maybe that's the default. I don't know. J. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, that looks cool. Being able to just toggle that as well. Oh, I have game console, child. I have a cat. Alright then. I can wave. Oh, look at that. Ah! I'm pressing buttons at this point to see what happens. Okay then. Oh yeah. That's kind of, oh, there we go. So we can get rid of that. Ooh, what's going on there? Is that like just basic cry toggle? Good to know. Okay. I'm literally just pressing buttons to see what happens. But I have cat. Doesn't seem like the wave's working. Is it? No, I got the wrong one. Wait. Yeah, no, that is wave. It's just that. Hey. Okay, so we need glasses back, because I like the glasses. Okay, we've got the glasses back. And you were saying glasses white. Dude, I literally look like that one dude that's in every reverse harem anime ever. That's why I asked for it, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, the kid one's kind of funny though. Huh. Well, that doesn't toggle correct. That doesn't toggle correctly. Hello, I'm here for your support. Yes. Of course, yes, yes. Sorry, was I naughty old enough for you? Yes, yes. Wow, real silly here. Okay, this is where I'm gonna ask the question. What do we want for, like, my hands to be doing? Because, like, we could do this now. We could have it, like, straight up just be a little fucking controller I'm holding. I don't think there's a more basic way of having the hands than that, right? God, I need to remember what everything is. White mask, what was white mask again? It was N5. And then controller was fucking... W. There we go. Yeah, I think the controller looks pretty solid, like this. Especially knowing that most of the time we're either playing games or, game diving. So unless I can have them by my side, I think this is good enough. Though Pet Cat is pretty good as well. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ha! That's interesting. Good to know that I can summon more arms than I'm supposed to. Can I bend this? And would that mean that it... No, then it's just permanently there. Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah, it's that kind of energy. Alright, so it was this. It was... What was glasses again? No. Can't remember. No, it was these, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna probably have to go through and, like, unset a bunch of this and then set up a bunch with... Typing is very interesting. Hey guys, how's it going? How's it? What's wrong? I don't know. What's wrong? My lord. That is something. That is something, indeed. So I'm gonna set this to numpad 1. This is what we'd consider a high priority one. This is just gonna be funny to have as an available option at any given time. I kind of like that one. That one's gonna be a good one, especially if we do the long stream again. Blue people? Wait, what? Oh, it makes it really blue. Oh, that looks so dude, look at that! So that's like the normal. Look how pretty that becomes. Oh, I like that a lot. There we go. Those toggle on at the same time now. We've got to have this somewhere. And this. They're just funny. Okay, so if I do this... Okay. And then... I should be able to set up my stream deck with all of this stuff at a later stage. We're not gonna probably worry too much about that right now. I love how, by the way, can I just comment, like, Roger going like, oh my god, there's a Hatsune Miku movie. Dude, that shit's, 1, been news for ages, and 2, are you really surprised? Like, yeah, I knew about that movie. That got announced a good while back. I've been fucking excited for that for a long time now. Okay, yeah, that is actually a question though, going back to the thing earlier with the colors. How would I change that? Is there a way to kind of like change certain colors? Customize model. Maybe this? Be the best decision about casting? I don't know if I agree with it. I mean, we could do just like recoloring of hair. Oh, that just gets rid of the wait, what? Oh, I see. Interesting. So yeah, probably not that. Okay. Interesting. Switching from default color would benefit me. I mean, it's one of those things that, like, I feel if I'm gonna do that, I have to edit the actual data, like the actual files for that. I do agree that, like, giving a bit more pink or something like that to the model would be more my shtick, and that would probably fit me a bit better. Like pinks and purples. I don't think that's like an inaccurate point to be made. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of things that I need to set up. I think, can I just do it from this? See if I can do it from there. Are you gonna launch program? That I just pressed launch? Looks like it is. Alright. Give it a moment. I think I need to get an app for this. So let's see, if I put in VTube Studio, get. Okay. And then that should theoretically trigger this thing. Should be there, right? Yeah, it's downloading. Cool. Now how do we set this up? Am I blind or is VTube Studio not in here yet? No, it looks like it's only updated things. Open Stream Deck. Hopefully this is it downloading, and it's no longer updates that it's doing. Would be nice if we could get this nice and sorted very easily. Ugh. The pout is very funny. I'm enjoying the, like, slight changes that we've already made, right? Like, the glasses really do add that little bit to it. They feel a bit more personalized, so I appreciate that. As a wearer of glasses myself. But it'll be real fun if I can set all up the stuff for this. This doesn't work anymore. Get rid of that. Probably need to make sure that the camera is a little bit better tilted now, because there is so much more expression range that, like, it'll catch things and it'll toggle to other things a bit more often. I'm gonna have fun with that. Good times. Good times. Alright, here we go. So, if we go here... How does this work? I should actually probably read the fucking thing about the toggles. Let's see. Trigger hotkey. Easily manage all your toggles. Okay. Let's model lock that for a little bit while I sort out... There we go! Would you look at that? That's nice and easy. Okay, so we've got this one here. And then hotkeys. Ah! Cool. We have access to all the hotkeys here. So now I should be able to just press that. Hey, that's pretty good. And it crashed. Of course it would crash. I am pushing it quite far right now, so, you know, trying to set up everything at the same time as, like, installing things for it. Alright, so let's set up some of these, eh? See, we're learning all of this together. It's a great learning exercise, that, like, therefore we can kind of walk away from later in this, and now people will be able to do their own stuff with VTubers a little bit easier, potentially. And then, okay, well, that's not working. Oh, my computer is dying! That new computer cannot come soon enough, I swear to God. With the... with the fucking CPU and the power supply bought, keep in mind as well that that means, like, outside of GPU and, like, a couple of other things, everything's a couple of $100 at most. Like, GPU's the next big expensive thing. Then motherboard and case are about the same sort of price range. And then, like, after that, it's things that are, like, $100. I mean, I'm probably gonna splash for a good, storage this time as well. But that's probably not gonna be anything more than, like, $200 for that as well. I might try and get a secondary SSD as well, just so I have, more storage capacity. Ooh, this is interesting. So does this remember which one it is? Because now that's my, like, soft fear. Is that that doesn't retain the data. Looks like it hasn't, but that might be because it crashed. Okay. Short answer is we've seen how it kind of is set up. We might just do it another time. I won't bother setting it up fully today. I will set it up in my own time. Come on, VTube Studio. Do what I'm telling you to do. Come on. Then we'll, get back to what we were actually doing. Hey, how's it going? It's letting me drag this, but not the actual... God damn, right. I'll just do this then. The manual way. The old school way. And minimize that a little bit, and re-enable sprout capture on the thing. And there I am. What kind of game am I making? This is... How do I explain it best? Vampire Survivors-like game. If you've ever played Holocure, it's very much the same sort of ilk where I'm doing a VTuber game. Around that stuff. We actually have a very playable version of the game available, however, I'm rewriting it all from the ground up to enable it to be put onto Steam and multiplayer easy. So, we've got that going for us. I wish I could show the gameplay at the moment, but like I said, this is the remaking version, which is basically an empty thing at the moment. Looking forward to trying it out. I mean, if you want to have a look at what the current version of it is, you can look in the YouTube description. There is a link to the itch.io page for it. You can have a play around with the current one. It is a bunch of VTubers from the VTuber community that are just... The point of it is it's supposed to be celebrating the VTuber community. So at this point in time, it's primarily very famous VTubers, but like all of them are all VTubers that I've followed for a very long time. We've got a full-blown list of others that we're going to do, and it's ever-expanding. Because it's one of those things that I'll just keep adding VTubers to it if I'm given the opportunity. Actually, where is our list? It's not... where is it? Where is it? Close that. Design list. There it is. I actually have these tabbed now. In advance. Once we get past the flashback. Yeah, I have a lot of movesets written down already before a lot of them are made. And I will talk briefly to this aspect. I've talked about it before, but like, expect by the time that the game gets its next like proper update, a lot of them are going to be coming through on it. Once this loads. But like we've got it's like 16 or something like that already in. Is it 16? It's a little less than that, right? Guru is 9. It's like 14, 15. Now that I think about it. There we go. Hopefully this loads now. Ugh. Oh, my computer's dying. Alright, there we go. Okay, here we go. So, these are the characters that are currently in. Then I've got Matara, Cinder, and Fuwamoko, in. So we've got Mume and Doki are the next two that are on the docket to get done soon. Then we've also got these four here. Rin, Melody, Onigiri, Neurosama on the next cycle of things, but that's probably all going to come out for Steam. And then we have here is kind of like our, I've shown this a fair few times, this is like my work in progress ones where I'm still figuring out quite how I want to do the characters. We've got good old Bow the Whale, Apricot the Lich, also known as a lot of other things. Need documentation. I have a lot of documentation stuff. I used to do software development, and this is terrible documentation, but it's still documentation. Nonetheless. Now, if my computer would stop lagging, there we go. But we've got like, yeah, so fruit, we've got Fubuki, we've got Nyanas, we've got Filion, and then here are like is our list of just characters, and I have notes around them, around the place that I need to like make a character out of. Mani, Crony, Haruka, Ollie, Zen, Silver, Sayu, Darkness, Fauna, Chibidoki, Cotton Thing. Discusses a lot of things in chat. Yeah, like, that's one of the things, is Devil's a great example of this, and I'll always use Devil for this. We spent like a week or two on, developing a system, and Devil suggested something that I thought was just and immediately changed it to something completely different, and it's far better. The game currently, the characters are just standing around and you go up to them and talk to them and you can swap with them there. Before it used to be like you go up to a thing and then it was a menu you could select them from and stuff like that. It felt way more interesting to do it that way, to have it like have the characters actually available and walking around. It also meant the idea of having the lobby space was more interesting as well, because you could kind of go off to areas and see characters. So that is just a shorthand example of like me completely reworking large-scale parts of the game because of a suggestion. I'm never against that stuff. But yeah, like... Oh, stream died? Why is it dying? Come on. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Okay. Is it stabilizing now? No. Okay, has that fixed it? No, I don't think it has. Why is it doing this? Stabilize, you silly, silly stream. Okay. There we go. Cool. We're back in stability now. That's weird. That was weird as hell. I went straight to like 0 upload for some reason. Don't know what happened there. Apologies about that. Yeah, no, stream lagged pretty bad for a moment there. It went straight to like 0 kbps, which is really, really weird. I assume Twitch is back up as well now, because I think Twitch died because there was just literally no, bitrate output. I'll double check. Nah, Twitch is just dead for some reason. Okay. What I can do is I can start it manually. And that should reset that. Oh, I see how YouTube kept going. It's because my multi-output died. But because I'm technically default streaming to the YouTube, it maintained. Maintained enough connection range to be able to keep it going. Let's see if I can fix the Twitch one while I'm just kind of getting some stuff done. But yeah, no, simply put, I take in suggestions from other people. I mean, hell, a lot of these new characters that got listed in recently are examples of that as well. Others working on their projects quite insightful. I'm always glad to help with that sort of stuff, because yeah, like, as I may have said, and it didn't possibly come through, I am a software, I've worked in software development for a large portion of my life, or a large enough portion of my life. This is why, like, this document is really, really bad as an example for things, but it's also a good way of doing it. But yeah, no, what Devil said there is basically what I was saying when the stream was dying, was Devil came in, gave me a suggestion for a change, and in the process meant that I scrapped 2 weeks worth of work and implemented that change, and it's significantly better for it. It's the character selection architecture that we have, with how characters are like standing around in the lobby, so you can talk to them and then you swap with them or select them as your assist from there. Whereas before it used to be like a straight up character selection screen thing where you would go up to it, you would select all the stuff, and I had all menus and stuff like that laid out for it. We felt this was better because it also like entices a bit more of an interesting play, especially when the game is going to be multiplayer. It also entices the fact that like there's a lot of people playing. It gives you a feeling of companionship even when you're not playing multiplayer. Which, ironically enough, there is a couple of characters that really do that. There's obviously Fuamoko, which is one of the more ambitious designs we've had so far, where Fuamoko has it designed that Fuwawa and Mokoko are both separate characters, but you play as one of them at a time, and you use your ultimate to swap between the two of them. So the other one's actually running around the room attacking things with its signature weapon, while you're using your signature weapon running around. Yeah, also Vidal and Neuro are kind of along the lines of weird designs like that as well. With Neuro, technically Vidal is in her kit, and you're actually playing as Vidal, but the character is Neuro. because the idea is that it's an AI controlled thing. So it's Neuro's running around as an AI and you're a little drone that follows her around, moving within the range of her, and you're giving her the kit to do stuff with. And the upgrades to it improve her AI. So we're trying to, again, like the design of a lot of these is to be mechanically interesting and fun, but also fulfilling the flavor of the character. So obviously, like certain characters, it's a little bit easier and a little bit harder for because they've got more like JRPG sort of feelings to them. Yeah, no, that's just not gonna work today. Okay. I'm just gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure from what I can see, the fucking Twitch is just dead today because of that weird DC point. Yeah, okay. Twitch is dead. I'm just gonna have to accept that Twitch is dead today. But yeah, like with Doki's very like crit and ranged and like focused with kind of being a bit of a gunslinger, but she has some like cool team play as well. You've got Matara, which is all about being like this gigantic juggernaut of a fucking bug. Killing things, getting stronger, you know, consuming the momos. And we've done all sorts of designs like that. Rather than changing the name and visual of the school. So right there is exactly why this game has taken so long, is I personally hate doing art. I've done art a lot of my life and I have a lot of negative feelings when it comes to art, but I do art assets for like everything in this game. There is so many art assets. I should be able to launch the old version of the game. Give me a second. And I can kind of like showcase the fact that every character has weapons and sprites and a lot of stuff that there's a few placeholders admittedly, but like everything is unique. Every character has mechanics that are designed specifically for that character. Is there overlap? Sure, but that's because like there's only so much design space, right? One of the things I'll always love is the fact that, like, for example, though, Mume has one of the more interesting designs that I stole from League of Legends Swarm mode, the one that they did that was Vampire Survivors, with Xayah. So in that, they made Xayah a character that turned pickups into weapons. Basically, EXP coming towards her would deal damage, and then her weapons would put pickups on the ground, and it would be all of this kind of interesting design for that. So I designed Mume with that kind of idea in mind. So this is the original base project that is currently... Not all of this is available, but this is pretty much the version that you'll see available. There's not much mechanically different. I think there's a couple of tweaks. Sounds like a lot of work indeed. Yeah, it's a lot of like setting up things in advance, right? And like setting up things around what is the case. With that one, it's literally just setting up like a damage variable inside of all pickups that doesn't get used normally. It's a really weird mechanic that you have to account for. And especially when we're talking about the fact that our list puts us at like, I think it's like 40 or 50 characters are already getting like implemented into the game. It leads to a lot, right? I think overlaps are unavoidable as long as each of them have at least one main thing. Yeah, like that's the thing I'll always stand by, is that while there's gonna be overlaps, I'm trying to make every character feel distinct in their own way. Whether they'll fit into kind of a similar category with certain things, that's fine to me. It's whether or not they feel like unique enough that it's like, I would play this character personally. And also the other thing as well is keeping it so every character feels playable and like is able to complete runs, because at this point in time, I don't care about OP and all that shite argument. If there's something that ruins the gameplay loop, then I'll do something about it. But like every character should be playable. Because every person should come in and go, I want to go play as my Oshi. So I'm gonna play them. Right, like, and that's one of the hard things to do with a lot of designs like that nowadays. Is like, trying to find a way to make that. Also try and make it so someone that might come and play that character actually feels happy playing that character. That's always a challenge as well. Because like Gura in this, obviously, because like I said, holocure got mentioned earlier. There is a Gura in here, but Gura functions very differently than she does in that. So yeah, this is the game here, by the way. This is what we were talking about with the character select. These are all the characters just sitting here, so you can see them. Default being Iron Mouse, because she's the reason I made this game. But like, here, Gura's kit, you throw a trident in a direction, so it's a projectile that you fling out. Her item that you get is, like, after killing enemies, you get cooldown reduction and movement speed and turn into Red Gura if you're Gura when you've got this. Her EX, or ultimate, is like a shark you send in a direction, dealing a lot of damage and putting a vulnerability debuff on things. Oh yeah, oh no, that's right, that was one of the ones we did recently. Every few instances of damage you would deal damage in a small area around the target, so you want lots of instance damage. And then you've got a res effect. Now keep in mind, one of the things that I love about this game, and I think it's gonna lead to the most creativity for the player, and you could argue this strips a lot of uniqueness from each character, but it's an argument. Up here you see how there's Booby. This is Booby up here. You get what's called an assist, and one of their abilities for each character. This is what's considered, the first one's the passive, this is the ability. You start the game with the passive. You'll always start the game with the passive. And then, is it confirm a typo? No, that's not on purpose. Many typos in this game. When you're the only person developing for something, it's very easy to miss that stuff. I'll fix that when I go through properly. But yeah, you get a passive and an ability. The ability you do not start with. You get it as an option while leveling up. Passive you start with. When you would select an assist, you get an assist, ability, and this ability. So if I select Gura as an assist to someone, they would get this. This is unobtainable though. This and EX are unobtainable things. And technically the assist is obviously unobtainable for the original character. Often though, some of the ultimates are mimics of EXs. Some are, some aren't. But yeah, like, these two is one of the... This is here an example of some of the stuff I need to change. Because mechanically speaking, this is just not acceptable. A description for a weapon, you can't read that. You reasonably cannot read that. But, like, the weapon itself is visually very obvious. It's, simply put, you have two versions of the weapon, and if you're playing as, if you're not playing as them, it'll swap between them. If you're playing as them, it'll stay as the one that it's supposed to be. And you get a bonus for being as that character at the time. What engine you using? Game Maker, because I felt that was probably the best for doing this sort of thing. Game Maker Studio 2, specifically, I think. Is that right, the phrasing for it? But yeah, there's like shrines as challenges in the game as well. so certain things can occur, like this, it's a monster rush, it's a wave of enemies that will spawn. Very basic at this point, because I haven't fleshed it out fully enough, but like if I use my ultimate here, you can see I swapped places with, swapped from Fuwawa to, Okoko. Yeah. And yes, the audio is very low in it because there is music and there is also a lot of noises for like pickups and stuff. I'm gonna say this now. When you hear the noises enough, you kind of need to turn them down. I hear these noises so often playing, I kind of need a break from them. Alright, so we did that challenge, and now we can pick up a break for free. Game Maker or Unity. There's Godot as well. Godot's a very, very popular one. I'm doing that with the other game I'm working on. The card game that I'm working on. That I need to actually make some more progress on. One of these days. But yeah, like, as well as I will also mention, outside of a handful of things, everything you see in this game is made pretty much by me, like, asset-wise. I drew all of this stuff, and everything, which, like, each character takes, like, days to get done, because of how, like, many details I need to do to each character, if you, like, go through it all. I mean, and as well, like... Ah, that's an interesting scenario I've never encountered. Caused it to break very badly there. But yeah. That's something I'm gonna have to make precautions for in the future. To be fair, it's very easy to answer those precautions. But yeah, like, some of the basic characters that were the reasons this game got made is Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse is the foundation for this idea. Aura GX was a pretty foundational one as well. Vox Akuma, Juniper, and... Ooh, the game's not liking whatever I'm doing right now. Stuff like that. This looks really good so far. Yeah, I wish there was more in it. There's another thing as well, like, for example, this is the, I think, only character in the game that has this actively in. There are skins. So you can see how Iron Mouse looks different now. This is her base skin. This is one of her skins that you can get. Going there? Fair enough. I would too. I mean, why would you stay here? But yeah, like, I feel like I've spent a lot of time on this game, so I'd hope that it's like halfway decent. That's one thing I will definitely say. Okay, let the computer reset itself a little bit. But yeah, so that was the game, but there's been so many like long-term standing problems since it was started that I'm rewriting it all from the ground up here. So you can see that I'm like setting up functionality very, very precisely this time around. Setting up vector architecture, setting up better constructors for stuff like enemies. Using Unreal though, people say it's not very good for 2D. It's not its best, what it can do at best. Every engine has its advantages and disadvantages. Unreal Engine is really good if you want to use stuff like lighting and shadow architecture that they have. Like that's always what I'll put. towards that. I mean, the other thing as well is with game engines, you have to look at what the engine was made to make. So what I mean by that is every engine was made to make a game in particular, and they just add additional features off to the side sometimes if they're big enough. Unreal Engine is the Fortnite engine. It's like, how close of a game do you want to make to Fortnite? Visually, mechanically, whatever. Because that's how you make it. But also, and I will always love this, did you know Dragon Age Inquisition was made in a racing car game engine? They had to manually program in non-bipedal, so like horses and things that walk on more than 2 legs. They had to manually write that shit in. Which is why a lot of those move weirdly. So that's kind of one of those things, right? I love their blueprint system. Yeah, I've worked with Unreal a good bit now. I had to do it for some projects at one point when I was doing my like recent degree that I quit. But like that degree, like I had to make a couple of games in Unreal and such. Unreal has a lot of cool architecture that I genuinely think if you really want to go for a very visually stunning game or a very complex game, it's great. Especially with the mixed nature of using blueprints and like the C programming that you can use for it and C subsidiary. Technically it's its own in-house language, but it's basically C hash. And I absolutely love some of the stuff you can do with that. But also the weakness that Unreal will always have as well is the fact that like you can close your eyes, spin around and point, and you could dedicate your entire career to whatever you point at. It's that complex. It is a hell of a beefy engine. And it requires a lot of dedication for it, right? Octopath, right? Yeah. I mean, exactly, right? Like, never... It's always that aspect of never say an engine is only for this. It's whatever you can make it with. And fuck, Yakuza, or the Yakuza games, their original game was literally a experiment for an engine that they were told to make, which was a racing engine. They were told, make an engine and make a demo game to show all of the features in that engine. And they made the Yakuza game. And to justify stuff like spending certain company money on certain things, they added a bunch of weird shit. I think one of the best examples for that is hostesses. The Hostess Club stuff in that game is there purely so they could justify going to the Hostess Club on the company dime. And that is incredible. I love that to the end of days. Unreal is a hard one. Yeah. It is a difficult one. It is a very high ceiling. Its barrier to entry is not the worst of all engines, but it's definitely hard to get into. Insane mastery level. So, do not, I would never underestimate an engine like that, and I always respect anyone that wants to work with a more intenser engines like that as well. The advantage I have, Game Maker is specifically designed for 2D orientated games. Technically it's a 3D game, but it's 3D in the sense that, like, if you know anything about depth, that's the only 3D that it's in there. So it's layers of what the visual data is. So you could actually, I mean, people have made Doom in this, but that's also because everyone makes Doom in fucking anything. Doom can run on anything, and you'll never stop that idea from being the case. They have found ways to do it in ways that shouldn't exist. It is incredibly funny every time. Every time, I swear. But yeah, like, Barrage is gonna make Doom and VTube unite one day. I wouldn't put it past him. Don't give him the idea. He will do it. The question is how, like, what tools would he even make at it do it? I dread the thought. Made things 50. Yeah, I can imagine. Because it's, I mean, like, it's that thing of Unity's even, like, it's one of the things, you probably picked very much the wrong engine for that, and it definitely would have made it, like, significant bit more difficult. But also, good on you for choosing an engine and going, like, you know what, I'm gonna do this one. Because, like, you got Rampy, you got, Unity even would probably be better, because it handles 2D a lot better. Game Maker, but you'd have to write everything quite manually for that one. I know because I've looked into it. UI is something Game Maker is a bit weird with. But, like, as an example as well for Game Maker, if you ever wonder, like, how popular is this engine? What is it used for? Forager was made in it. The original, whatchamacallit? I'm blanking. Risk of Rain. The original Risk of Rain was made in Game Maker. I mean, fuck. Holocure was made in Game Maker. If you want an example of, like, an actual very relevant game to what I'm making being made in Game Maker. Part of the reason why I chose Game Maker in particular is because I was still, like, tossing up which one I wanted to do. It's fun learning everything from scratch, yeah. I mean, that's kind of why I've gotten into game development, right? It's like, I've done software engineering a large enough part of my life. Done all sorts of different things, like software, and like doing, making software, handling software, editing software, all that. I also want to make something fun. I want to make, like, a silly thing. It'd be funny. Make video game. Go pew pew. Which is definitely a great use of my education degree that I have, and my half, like, software engineering degree that I never finished. That need a degree back when I was working. Back in the day. That makes me sound probably more older again. God damn it. More older? More... Make me sound older. There you go. Heard many good things about Game Maker. Go pew pew lol. Yeah. Dude, Game Maker, again, Game Maker is a great one for what if you're doing something within its scope. If you're not, you are definitely shooting yourself in the foot with a lot of things. It all comes down to which, like, what kind of game you want to make, right? Because if you want to make, like, the next Call of Duty, yeah, Unreal's definitely where you want to be going. If you want to make a Tetris game, yeah, Game Maker's probably a solid shout. Sometimes the degree is not quite what we want to do later on. I mean, it's a weird one for me because, like, I still do want to do education. Like, I very much care about education. One of my hopes is that, like, with doing the streams like I do, is it's kind of that education aspect, right? Is people can come in, ask me, hey, how would I code this, or how do you do that in your code, and stuff like that. And I'm like, I can talk about that. I know what to do. I can teach. But yeah. No, yeah, I mean, like, who doesn't love RPG Game Maker, or the RPG Maker? It's a fun one. It's a great one for learning kind of some architecture as well. You can make stuff really, really easily and simply in it. Yeah, exactly, Devil. It's a really great one to mess around in. Making a larger scale project in it, definitely a bit more of a challenge. Like, the further you get away from making something like Final Fantasy 1 and 2, the harder the game's gonna be to make. But again, that goes to that argument we were saying earlier. What game you want to make determines kind of what engine you want to use. Because you want to use an engine that theoretically makes it the easiest to make the game that you want to do. And then sometimes you don't find an engine that quite fits what you want, and then you have to manually code it all from the ground up. I've had to program what would be equivalent to a rendering engine before. I know how to do that. I've shown it on stream before. So it's that thing of, could I program an engine myself? Yes, I could. Do I want to? Fuck no. Why would I? Scope is important to consider, yes. It is one of the hardest things to get right with any game development cycle, is scope. You have to look at who you're working with, what their skill sets are, stuff like that. If you're on your own, you have to go, what can I actually do myself? That is why this game is way too overscoped. I have acknowledged this heavily. I've had to pull back on a lot of ideas. I've had to do a lot of work at trying to find ways to make things easier to do and manage. Still doesn't get there sometimes. Like, I am very thankful to have a mate of mine that helped out early on. He did a lot of work for stuff like my UI initially, and then I just, once he was unable to work on it anymore, I overhauled it, but used a lot of the foundation that he'd worked on and learnt from it. I remember, let's see. Most games I do outside of my PC, I write in D&D. Yeah, I mean, exactly. And that's nonetheless still game dev, right? I always wanted to try D&D, but never had the chance. Same. I live with people now that play D&D, or have, like, a lot of D&D stuff, and have said that they'd be willing to take me through it at least. Because I want to do it for stream, but I don't think I want my first D&D, like, sessions to be on stream. I think I want to learn a little bit about it first. Especially knowing a lot of the people have said, hey, we'd prefer if you were the DM. And, like, I'd love to DM. I think I'd be probably quite a solid DM because of how fucking erratic and creative I can be. Especially on the fly. But I need to know how D&D works in terms of like how it plays and how it feels before I do such a thing. And the best way to experience that is to actually do it. Again, you don't get better at something unless you do it. Surprisingly enough. So I'll, at some point, I will play it in the near future, and then I'll see if I can set up, like, a stream thing for it. Because it'll be fun. And I will make it one of the most fucking silly experiences I can make it. At least that's my hope. I mean, at this point in time, my channel is what? Game dev, really old games, Magic the Gathering, and then, like, slowly getting into that thing of doing D&D as well. I don't know what's going on with this channel. It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, a little bit of column C, a little bit of column Z. It's great, it's great. Always a fun time. Where am I looking? Okay, there. Experience you've had is Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3, I've been told, is a really good starting point for, like, understanding how D&D works. It is basically D&D, but with a lot more structure than there would be in a normal campaign. We play Fable and old Final Fantasy? Yeah. I mean, we're playing literally original Fable at the moment. Is one of the main series. And when I say literally original, I mean original Xbox disc. Not even like an updated version, just straight up the original Fable Xbox game disc. And I'm playing it in my 360. I love that. I absolutely think it's hysterical. That's the point of being a VTuber. I mean, that's the point of being a content creator in general, right? VTubing is always, like, hailed as this weird... Like, I'll always stand by this. As much as I love VTubing, I think it's a really great culture and a great niche. It is just still content creation. It's do what you want, have fun with what you want. VTubing just happens to be a way that some people find comfortable and all that. I mean, fuck, up until the end of last year, I still just webcam streamed. It's not hard to go find images of my face, and then I still, like, occasionally toggle it on for funny. And it's just because I personally don't have anything with it. I enjoy VTubing more because I think I can be a little bit more expressive while I'm VTubing. But other than that, yeah, it's just a thing that I do now, and I just don't know if I would turn it off if I had the choice. Which is really, really interesting when you think about it. Because I know a lot of people do it for security, I know a lot of people do it for safety, I know some people do it because they aren't comfortable with how they appear or anything like that. There's all sorts of reasons, and all of them are valid. Everyone has their own reasons, and there is no reason you should diminish those reasons as well. It is still made out of meat? Exactly. Feel like VTubers are a bit more unhinged. That's kind of accurate. I'll give you that. First instance of VTuber malice showed up 4 months ago. God, is it actually? Yeah, it has been that long. Good lord. And I've been basically using the same model up until today, where I now got the paid for version of the same model, and then just change it up. Sounds scary out of context. I mean, it's the same as how I would phrase it at the beginning, is I committed an eldritch ritual and became anime because of it. So you know, no matter how you phrase it, it's always going to be an interesting time. Actually, I'm just going to quickly check something. Alright. No, it's not the case. I thought I heard something outside, and if I did hear something outside, I'm excited, because that would be my fucking delivery that I want. That is, like, one of my PC parts that I've been excited for. I have shed my flesh. Yeah, I think I literally used that wording. Yeah, no, it was just, it's one of those things that, like, I talked about for ages, about how, like, I kind of wanted to see it, because, like, experimenting with it meant that I understood it, right? Again, it's, you can't really speak about something you don't have experience with, because you don't have actual, like, your own knowledge on it. You can recite stuff, and that's fine, but it's like, I have experienced this myself, I have, like, some actual objective knowledge now. And that's kind of why I wanted to do it. And I just enjoyed doing it. We did it for like a little bit of time, and I think I gave myself like a week or two, saying I would VTube for a week or two, and we'll see how it goes. And we managed to just like, it just was fun. I mean, doing voices was more interesting. It felt like I was a lot more expressive, because I felt like before I used to just have my microphone in front of me, and I wasn't all that like animated by comparison. Ironically enough, now though, if I turn the camera on, I'm a lot more animated and I move around a lot more, but that's just because I'm now used to how VTubing is, where it's forced me to move around a lot more. That's why my model moves, because I feel like that's the best way to have the model be the case. It's also real fun because you can see where I'm looking at any given time because of the way I've got stuff set up. Me looking over at chat and my studio stuff. Me looking at my programming. Me looking at the phone in front of me. It's great. And then the microphone's like right above where the phone is. I still need to show my new setup as well, because I recently moved and I've had to set everything up again, and I'm pretty happy with how the setup is, but I've got some changes I still need to make. We'll see, we'll get there. I mean, like, there's an argument to be made. I don't show it until I've got, like, a couple more things, because there's one or two more things I want to sort out before it gets too long into things. Like, there's one storage thing I need so I can hang my clothes. I do kind of want to get a mini fridge for out here as well, because it just makes things a lot easier. I'm still waiting for me to organize with the landlords to have, like, the fridge put in the garage, so I can access a fridge easily, because I've got a microwave, like, in arm's reach of me right now. Because that's the wild so, I think I've talked about it before. This is kind of like a rumpus room, sort of granny flat sort of thing, off of a garage. I'm at the back of a double garage. It is a big room that I have. I've got my TV, I've got my bed, I've got my desk, and I've still got a lot of floor space. I also have an ensuite, so I have my own shower, toilet, all that stuff, which is great. It means I don't need to go into the house, unless I need to, like, cook or make food, and that's why we want to set up a fridge in the garage, so it means that I don't even have to do that under a lot of cases as well. And it means that we also have, like, more guaranteed storage for each other, so I don't use up their storage space and they don't use up mine. So we can get more food and work with it be easier. Realistically, once that fridge goes in the garage, I'm gonna buy like a shitload of microwavable pies and live off that shit. That's fine, don't worry about it. No, I'll never give up making food. I love cooking still, a lot. We still need to do a cooking stream one day. I don't know if the kitchen that we've got now is really good for a setup for that kind of stream. Maybe one of these days. Be funny. It's like, oh my god, you can see my flesh again. what was I gonna check up on? So that's the game manager. I know there was something I wanted to look at today in terms of the development cycle of this. I'm blanking on what it was. Because like, this is all the core functionality that I definitely need. Should probably actually write what this is for. There we go. We haven't looked at Magic the Gathering somehow. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to talk about with Magic at the moment. Is genuinely the advantage we have for that point. Is like I've upgraded one or two of my decks a little bit. Other than that though, I'm not spending as much money on Magic because I want to get my PC upgraded. I do want to do a purchase to finish upgrading one of my decks. I've got a lot of cards I can buy very easily, but it's like $40 to do, so that's kind of delayed for now. Because like $20-30 US is just a little bit much to spend right now when I'm just wanting to sort out PC stuff and get like other furniture and shit, right? Admittedly though, like, okay. The first thing is a Magic thing I'll talk on quicker. I did do some deck crafting stuff this morning. So, you know, I do still do Magic like that. Other thing, I don't know if I can stream this easily, but I have been playing Minecraft again with some friends. We're playing a mod pack at the moment that we've got a server set up for, a private server, and it's been real fun playing that. It is extremely difficult and violent. It is very, very lethal kind of creatures going on. Nighttime is actually just impossible to live in. And, like, the world is progressively getting worse, and it's great. At the moment, I'm trying to build a fortress, and just so I can protect myself while fishing. Because I love fishing. You play RL craft? No, it's, see if I can, oh, that's the wrong button. See if I can see it easily. Beyond Depths is what it's called. Curse Forges Beyond Depths. It's a lot of horror-esque creatures and stuff, some of which just blow up walls to get to you, because fuck you, why not? And some dig through the ground as well to get to you. I don't think I'll ever play RL Craft though. I love the idea of it. I just think it went too far. Again, think of it like this. I like playing games like that as a weekend warrior. The weekend warrior term comes in when you're like, I play the game every so often, every weekend I play for like maybe 10 hours total over the entire weekend. That's kind of how I play a lot of games. If I don't have substantial enough progress in about a month's time while playing a weekend warrior, I'm not going to be having fun. If I play RL Craft as a weekend warrior, I'm not going to see anything but basic tools for about a few months. Like, I might be able to cut down a fucking tree in about a month's time. Do you see why I'm like, RL Craft is a cool idea, it just goes a little too far. For a player like myself. This one, on the other hand, is great because it's just the world ends and it's awesome. Like, the armies of the damned become stronger and stronger and they just keep coming after you. Ugh. I'll double check if I'm able to get away with streaming it because I think my computer might be able to handle it, partly as well because it's a server-based one, so it'll be a little dependent on my upload and download for the server, but I think, like, on the client side wise, I think I'll be able to get away with it. I don't know if I'd be able to do it with VTubing though, because my computer don't think it's gonna quite handle that well. So we'll see. I mean, realistically, I'm probably not gonna stream it unless I want to just work on some basic stuff in it. Because, like I said, I spend a lot of my time just mining and building, which is, I'm doing it super vanilla styled as well. It's really funny. There are tech mods in there, and I'm not using any of them at the moment. I have spent my entire time fishing and nothing else, really. Like, fishing, mining, and I'm trying to build a fortress. That's it. It's just a lot of effort to survive in that kind of mod pack. Where was I looking at this? Oh, Jesus. But, yeah. I've been, that's what I did a lot of yesterday, while I was just, like, recovering from the news about Gura. Is my music still playing? It is, it's just very quiet. Okay. Oh. Okay, so some of the, like, the selected skins thing, that's gonna be not handled here. Because I need to... Okay, what I need to do is I need to do a thing here of load all characters and current player unlocks. Right. So we have that. So we're gonna need to do the character loading architecture at some point soon. Because at this point in time, this is, if I recall correctly, it's a blank screen that just has the Steam thing come up in the corner to prove that I can actually have it linked to Steam. Because we need to have evidence that it links to Steam at this point. Trying to think what else I need to prioritize other than this one on the list. There's too many things to consider. Man, how has this only been like 2.5 hours? I swear it's been longer. Man, there's been some talk. Admittedly, we did have the discussion around Guru, which would have, like, shredded my amount of fucking patience and time. But yeah, there we go. Steam overlay is in. Teehee. It always makes me kind of happy to see that it's running like that. Twitch still doesn't have stream. Oh yeah, no, I've just had to give up because my multi-output thing is just not working. I've tried to start it a couple of times. It's just not outputting. It probably requires me to reset everything. And I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. If I go to reset everything, I'm not coming back. Like I said, I was already, like, flaky about today. Just want to make sure you're aware. No, I know. I am keeping an eye on that stuff. But yeah, like, I was already flaky about today. With the VTuber news, and, how do I talk about this without, like, getting potentially too deep on it? I think I'm a little sick at the moment, and because of health conditions and because of a lot of situations at the moment, I have a lot of stress from that. Turns out we have really, really annoying systems for when you move and try and get a new doctor at a location, and you need to do so urgently, because you can't get it done urgently. Good times. Good times. Yeah. I'm going through a lot of weird shit at the moment. Going through a lot of weird shit. Yeah. Is what it is, though. Is what it is. I can't remember if I did the encrypted, saving stuff or not, and which game I did it in. Because I remember having some encrypted save data somewhere. I don't know what game it was, though. I need to look at that. Because I am thinking about how I want to handle, like, unlock stuff, and I don't think I want to do it with, like, the INI data. Because this is, having it this way means that you guys can access it, and theoretically, I want to make it so unlocks aren't just naturally accessible. I think I've talked about this before. I have a part of my brain that's like, if you crack into that stuff, go ahead, sure, fuck, whatever. But I don't want the average person to do that, because realistically the game is going to be designed so you do not need the meta progression stuff. The meta progression is added extras. It is to add difficulty, and as well as go against said difficulty a lot easier. As an example point, the characters that we had designed and how the game was balanced before was balanced around you being partway through the meta progression, and it was really hard for you to lose. Every character felt way too strong in a lot of ways, and a lot of numbers needed to come down, which I'm going to be doing in the process of re-implementation process, as everything's going to come down in numbers quite a bit, including the enemy. So it's not going to be more of a slog or anything, it's just going to be like, you do a little less damage and scale a little less fast. But you scale a bit more consistently. That's one of the things I do want to change, is I want to change how EXP is distributed. Because I think at the moment, EXP amplification is... the amount you need goes up too quickly at certain spots, and it becomes just near impossible for the player to attain good level consistency at certain points outside of mass acceleration of that. Without, like, abilities that give you additional EXP, without all that stuff. Which, while I don't want those to be essential, I want them to feel like definitely the correct option to always pick up something for that. I do think that they're a little too necessary in some ways. I also think that the player gets too many levels initially. I think you get levels too quickly early on, and then too few later. There's a mixed argument with that. You kind of want the players to be getting a lot of levels early, but I think there's just a little too much. I think I could pull that down a little bit. So what I might do is, before how I had it, is that there was like, if you're below a certain level, if you're between these two levels, and if you're above this level, it would increase by a specified amount, right? I think I'm going to raise the initial value and lower the top value. I think that's what I will do, and that will probably make the EXP curve feel a little bit nicer. Because I do still think that, like, you need to have more EXP required per level at the later levels. That's not up for debate. But I do think that, like, yeah, the EXP curve just feels a little off at the moment. More steady level gain? Yeah, like, I think I still want you to have more levels early than you would later. But I think that, like, there's just a little too many early and way too few later. And it's trying to find that nice middle ground of it all. It's hard. It's not an easy thing to get right. Especially when, like, the numbers I want to kind of move around because, like, power level is gonna go down, right? Which I need to set the average expectation of damage a bit better, is because before I think I was balanced around 5 damage was the average, and I don't think enemies could handle 5 damage well as an average. These are things that we're going to get with the testing cycle. This is why I want to set up a debug room that's like specified for when I want to do debugging and like testing damage values and all that, so we have dummies to test against and figure out, is this too much damage, is this too little damage, is this scaling too fast, yada yada yada, instead of like doing what we did before, which was like go into a run and then have debug tools during the run. Meant that it was too limited, I feel like, for testing purposes. I have a lot of architecture that I want to set up for that, but that's like, again, it's such an arduous process for some of that. So irritating. It also means I can set up mechanics specifically designed, with the fact that they're going to be debugged in mind, so I don't have to worry about certain aspects of them, and then I can just leave much grander checks done, so to ensure against, like, oh, this only occurs when the debug's being used, whereas the rest of the time the weapon will perform normally. Right? I think that maybe explains what the fuck I'm talking about a little bit. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, like, one of the things I want to do, I can probably write a script for this real quick. Is, say, like... yeah, just fucking... So we need type, index, base, and then inside of this, it will just genuinely be no, is type. No, I'm doing it the other way. There we go. Okay, so this is what I'll probably have for how cooldowns kind of are handled for weapons and shit. So, the idea behind this is it means that I can use, this is a constructor for when I would send for a cooldown. And what will happen is the current cooldown gets augmented, we have the total cooldown to work against, and... we have the stuff for doing the recalling it, right? So I trigger this thing again. By doing it this way, it means that I can use it for, like, creating a visual representation of the cooldown as well. So, like, if I want to have, like, a faded box over the top of something to indicate it's on cooldown. So you can actually visually see your cooldowns a little bit more. I think that would be a pretty solid thing to do. This is kind of what we already had before, but it wasn't structured so intensely like this. And this should make things just a lot nicer long term. We'll need to handle cooldown and all that the way we've kind of done it in the past as well. I don't know. I don't know what else I would change. I think that's all I'd need for that, right? Call it cooldown functions, because we're also going to have the cooldown math stuff done here. Your parcel is out for delivery. Nice. I might get some water. I'll be back in a sec. Alright. Oh, you know why? Okay. I will openly admit to this as well. You know why I'm like, why has the stream felt like it's been so long, but it hasn't been? It's because I fucking haven't eaten this morning as well. So my body's going like, oh, you're really hungry. You're normally not this hungry until end of stream. God damn it. I need to figure out a breakfast thing to have out here. That's what I need to do. The problem is, if I have food out here, I tend to just eat it. Because I eat everything. I've actually been exercising again as well, so I'm burning through shit fucking really fast. Which reminds me, I need to set up that later. Ah, that's gonna be annoying. Oh well, is what it is. Yeah. I think because of the technical issues and general feeling, and just because like I said, I'm very hungry, I'm gonna call it here for today. I know this is like really short of a stream, but I'm just kind of feeling a bit weird today. I think you could consider this kind of my like moment of silence in a sense for the graduation of Gura. Because I'm just, I wanted to have more work done. I'm not feeling it. It's how it is. We get it, yeah. I hope everyone is people that they can be with during such a emotional time. Hang out with, stuff like that. I will endeavor to try and have breakfast stuff in this room with me for, like, so I don't get so hungry during the stream and then go like, well, I don't have food. Because I don't also have food at all, like, we need to do groceries. Again, something I would have done yesterday, but, distractions. Oh, the timing, no, Youyuki, I was gonna close up, no! Oh, God, now I feel bad. Yeah, hello Raiders, we were just cleaning up for the day. The timing. The timing. I mean, now I gotta sit here for at least a little bit, right? It's just, I have to. I'm now required to stream for another 5 hours. I need food though. I need food. Ah! God damn. I feel bad now. God damn. Admittedly, yeah, this is a bit irregular for me to want to finish up at, like, before the 3-hour marker, even for me. It's just been a day. It's just being in a day. I'm sure no food. But I want food. I want food. I need look, I've got ice cream in the fridge. I could probably go grab that if I need to. Admittedly, I probably emotionally might need it. Big sad day. Yeah, that's part of it. I had a big long talk about it at the beginning of stream. Is just, it shook me. It shook me a good bit. I have a solution for you. Make the stream crash again? No! Okay, that's the other reason why I kind of want to finish up for today. Technical issues, sad times, and a little sick, and no food. Add to me just want to take a day. Really scared for the future now? I wouldn't be. I think it's one of those things of, it's an end of an era. I will not, like, say that it's not that. But it's also one of those things of, like, yeah, one of the biggest titans of VTubing ever, is stepping down now. And that's just how that goes. Like, I think Callie, we talked about this, Callie said the best towards it, which was, when you hear a statement like disagreements with management and company direction and all that, realize that's not one thing. That's an accumulation of many things. We could be talking about the problems that Gura had before she even debuted, coming together and with amongst other problems and being like, you know what? I am no longer willing to deal with that. And that's fine. It's how any job is, right? Any job has its issues. It's when those issues start outweighing the benefits, it's probably time to move on. It sucks. It really does. Again, it's no understatement to say Gura has affected VTubing on a level that we don't really have a way to measure, especially in the Western sphere. But it is a choice that has been made, and I'm damn confident it was not a choice that was taken lightly. But it does make me very sad. It does make me very, very sad to see her go. You never know, though. From the sounds of it, Gura's #1 fan is getting more active on social media. So you never know. They might start streaming. And that'd be funny. But yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a thing. It is indeed a thing. Oh yeah, also, Yo Yuki, you'll kind of understand some of this. So I got the, like, updated version of this model, the one that I had to pay for, finally. Which is why I've got glasses on it now. And I have toggles. Fear me. I have silly toggles now that I can do. Let's see. I have to turn the things on for it, though. Like, I can have cat ears. And, I can be sleepy. Ooh. Fun times. I can also be a child, apparently. I still don't know how I feel about this.
Hey, you got games on your phone?
Oh yeah, I can also be crying. And I can poke tongue out too. And it's like actual tracked tongue too. But yeah, I can have I can have a gaming console in front of me too. It's fun. There's a lot more to it. I haven't rigged it all up correctly. I need to do that at some point. Because I've got a stream deck, so I'll program in all of like the things there. What was like some of the funnier ones that we also found? I have a cat one that I have somewhere. Where is it? It is this one, right? Yeah, I have a cat I can hold. It's a cute little cat. So wait, I can, I can be cat with cat. I need to remember what the fuck, which toggles do which. No, it's, there we go. So yeah, no, I've got fancy things to play around with now. It's always good. Was there any others that we thought were really funny? I mean, there's the hair one, right? I think that was H? Yeah, I can go white here. I can be that generic, like, character from every reverse harem anime / manga ever. That's like, oh yes, I am a bit of a snooty one with white hair and glasses, yes. I read books. I'm so hard to get through, but the iciness around my heart. But you know, once you melt that down, I'm such a lovely guy underneath. Yeah. A lot of silliness. I still think this one's the cursed one, though. Chibi Malith will, well, not Chibi, just young Malith. Young Malith can't hurt you, young Malith. It's wild. Has a bunch of hair toggles as well. God, that looks... that's a bit closer to my actual real hair, but no. I also have a hoodie. Headband. It's fun. I like playing with the toggles. It's not a good thing for me to have available. I am only going to, like, ruin everything about this. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up. It's been about 3 hours. I feel bad that it's a short stream, but I too need to go make food and relax and take a bit of a day off. Everyone should take a bit of a day off and have a rest, be with loved ones, and weather the pain that is our favorite stinky short girl going away. Alright, well, with that all being the case, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You're awesome, stay awesome, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.